Well, howdy there, Super Robot fans. My name is Austin. Welcome back to the Super Robot Wars archives. We're going to be watching some more Alpha today. Well, I guess you're watching. I'm playing some more Alpha. Also, is it weird that I welcome you back and introduce myself? That feels... I did not realize how contrary that sounds until thinking about it right now. I'm a little in my head because there's just so much story stuff going on. Holy cow. I'm just trying to keep all of it on. I'm just trying to keep all of it straight. I don't remember. Actually, let's pull it up. I don't remember actually what I said last time about what we were doing with our money, because it's actually been now 2 weeks ago. So it's like been almost, it's like this is 3 months, or not 3 months, effectively 3 weeks since recording. So I don't know what I said I was going to do, but sometime in the middle of looking at this stuff, trying to figure a couple of things out, I put some money into the SRX and saved. So I guess there's money in there now. Neato. I gave it a point of energy and some defense. I know it is getting force deployed for this stage, so like not the worst thing in the world. I don't know how much we're actually going to use it, but that is something that did happen. I'm sure it's fine. We don't need more. We don't need more anything in this game. Okay, so let's see some characters. Okay, this is Fala. I believe she's from and Tashiro. Okay, this makes so much more sense now. I believe they're from Victory Gundam. So when I was reading this, I was reading Tashiro and I was like, the guy from Gunbuster? We're talking about Tashiro taking over all of Earth if the... Did we not cross? Okay, great. Tashiro taking over all of Earth with... in the context of the Angel Halo, and I was like, that seems... Have I misunderstood Gunbuster really fundamentally? But that's what I get for not watching my Gundams. Okay, no, we're good. So, Fala and Tashiro are talking about the Angel Halo, and how, and like what it is going to do and how powerful it is. That they're going to test it against Side 3. That Shirakawa is going to be the one to test it against Side 3. And they want to see how useful it is. But Kagachi is in here. That's Aya's dad. So I knew he was evil. There's no, like, he did help build this. We theoretically are going to get like a slightly redemptive moment from a man that we don't trust, but it's possible considering they're arrogators that he could be being mind jacked right now. But that woman there is Maria. I don't know what property she is from or if she's original, but she extols a virtue of absolute pacifism, not unlike Relina. And she is telling all of her followers, who theoretically are the ones operating the Angel Halo, that they need to act on behalf of peace, and doing so will improve the nature of the world. So at the same time, all of our psychically attuned pilots, so most of the Gundam cast, and then Bullet and Ryusei should be in here somewhere, feel a really overwhelming psychic presence. But unlike the entire game where it's been this crushing, this icky, this overwhelming feeling of dread, this time it is so unconcerningly calm and pacifying and placid that everyone is deeply worried that nowhere else could that feeling be coming from other than the Angel Halo, with how powerful it is and given their proximity to it. And it's deeply concerning to feel that coming from an enemy. While that is also happening, we have this third conversation where the higher-ups from our organizations now, this guy is Hangerg. I think his name is Hangerg. I tried to look it up. It's Uso's dad from V Gundam. They're talking about what the plan is. I don't think he was introduced until this point into the plot. Yeah, I don't think he's shown up before, but we are acting like he is in charge of he is in charge of a large military group, but we are acting like that has sort of always been one of the factions we've been talking about, and I don't think it has. But they are passing their reports back and forth on what's happened to Side 3. So unfortunately, we did not get to stop the Angel Halo. It has been fired, and the 200 million residents of Side 3 are now sort of undergoing this regressive kind of state. They seem to be asleep or unconscious, and their minds are reverting to that of childhood. I'm not sure, A, how we tested that quickly, B, how we were assessing their minds when they're asleep, um, and C, like what, and the plot of the game also talks about this. What's the plan for that? Because the Arrogators seem to want to absorb humanity, unless the point of this is it bumps everybody back to being a child mentally, because it's sort of like reincarnating in Dark Souls, that like they're going back to like the mentality of a child, but they do also have like latent psychic power sort of implanted in them. So as their mind grows, they'll like get up to a higher level. We can just like keep forcing them back to regress and like moving forward to like passively upgrade them. I guess not passively, this is pretty active, but you get the idea. Or it's just trying to fry the brains of everyone who doesn't meet the standard. That like battle shonen style, like you can't stand in my presence unless you are like this powerful to take my like passive aura. That like maybe we just fry the planet because they're not good enough to incorporate into the army. Because not only the Arrogators need numbers, what they want is high quality. And anyone that can resist this, can resist the effects of the Angel Halo becoming sort of like vegetableized, would become their puppets. So then they get like their super soldiers out of it. It maybe is the angle. But ideally, we're not going to find out that, because we're going to stop it first. And who other than Shirakawa, the most trustworthy man in the galaxy, to come and save the day and tell us what to do. So he is the man I just mentioned a minute ago, on behalf of what's Dr. Kobayashi's first name? But Dr. Kobayashi, that the Angel Halo can be overwhelmed. That rather than fighting with conventional weapons, we need to be fighting it with psychic powers, and what better team to do it than this collection of some of the like world's most potent espers imaginable. That the T-Link system is in fact more of an inhibitor rather than an enhancer. So if we can just like dial that sucker up to 11 for a second, we can maybe fire a collective psychic blast at the Angel Halo, thus taking it out of commission. Primarily, this is going to be the job of our main character and Ryusei, because they are the psychically most competent, but having everybody else in the background to sort of like, give me all your energy, spirit bomb style power them up is like part of the plan. The grouchy old men are dubious of this, as if everything else they've seen would like speak to the contrary. But they would much prefer the conventional weapon style instead of like relying on this like magic mysticism. But that's fine. No, it's not. I hate when anime does that. It like has the same energy as the like we have to keep our identity secret. Just like, I don't know, like do away with this and like let's actually explore the themes that are going on here rather than trying to like, secrecy is so boring to me now, but that's fine. It's fine. We're back to like basically the kindergarten class. This moment matters a little bit more for the Victory characters differently, because they still know that Shakti is captured, and she theoretically would be part of the group involved in the Angel Halo attack. So they're wondering whether she is there. They're dubious that she would actually like do this on her own. That's probably under duress. And, you know, if we're gonna have to deal with this, what does dealing with it mean in the context of like their friend? That took me so long to find. I just could not find the word psychicers. I don't know if that's just the translation being weird, but Mancha isn't here to bother Ryusei, but let's see if we can try and get through this quickly. We've talked about all this part already. Mancha says it a little bit, but the conversation afterwards is going to be the same. It's going to talk about this too. Our boys are psycho drivers, which I thought was a machine before. Maybe they're going to do it through their psycho drivers, but I thought we were removing the inhibitors. But the type of psychic that they are is really potent, and theoretically, despite Ryusei's protestations, that because they are psycho drivers, they should be able to overwhelm the psychicers. So evidently there's like psychic tiers is it seems like what we're establishing. Which is, and that's what Shu is explaining, and he's also explaining the lack, or like the removal of the dampeners of the T-Link system. I maybe perhaps why I'm a little fatigued with the story in this game. Like, I think this was true before. I don't think it's just in this moment. I can't say for sure because I can't think of the examples because I wasn't considering it in this headspace. But I think what fatigues me is maybe that the characters don't seem to be aware of the fact that they are part of plot, right? We are telling stories not for the audience, but it seems like for these characters. We already learned a lot of this information, and we're having them re-explain it to the characters because we need the characters to know. But like, my guy, you're not real. You don't need to get told this in the same way we got told it just moments ago. It feels weird to repeat information like that, right? Like, do you get what I'm saying? It feels like the story is trying to make sure the characters get told all the same information, even when it could just sort of shorthand it if we, the audience, have been told it a couple of times. That feels weird to me. It's definitely interesting. I don't think it's bad. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to use the word weird. I think that could be done well. I don't know if it is here, but we have a choice. So despite everything we know about Shu, and despite the fact that we've been all but told that, you know, we can die to the Angel Halo or we can try and stop it, we are given permission to accept this mission or not, which is, you know, I guess generous. Accepting it gives us 2 skill points, so we're going to. And then rejecting it, I think penalizes us some. But, like, I don't understand why this is a choice when we've sort of been, like, the story has basically told us, okay, Shu has told us that if we aren't willing to go through with this mission, we're basically going to be forced to deal with this on our own anyway. Like, we can at least go forward on the offensive, but the Angel Halo is going to fire again, and like, we're going to get turned into puppets one way or another. So I don't know. This also seems weird. So now with everybody, basically everybody on board, maybe Masaki surprised that Shu is here, our Tashiro and Uso's dad being the exceptions. Okay, we start talking about how we're actually going to tackle this problem. So our psychics, predominantly our T-Link psychics, are going to go to the front lines with the Goraon, and then Ellie is going to sort of like support boost everybody to like clash with the Angel Halo's psychic waves and leave it defenseless. That way, the rest of the team can destroy what I believe we're calling the key block, the key room. Theoretically, where all the enemy espers are storing and are being stored and like using the Angel Halo to attack. I feel like, why wouldn't you spread them out? But it's fine. A couple of our more rambunctious pilots ask, why not just like trash the whole thing? Why be so precise? Because 1, it's hunkin' huge, and 2, because we need to have like good boy Amuro. He's like, well, we don't want to have more casualties, right? We like go back and forth about like casualties already happening, and like especially with side 3, but that theoretically, like, we would like to reduce the number of people who are dying in this circumstance. So let's be precise, let's be deliberate. If we can get this done efficiently and with a greater level of safety and preservation, why wouldn't we? And like leave it to the possibilities of the battlefield if we like need to be more aggressive, you know. Now we're back to Uso and his dad. I guess not back to, this is the first time they're meeting. But these are the crossover moments of Super Robot Wars that are like the most disappointing to me. It feels like the same way we were always really upset about how Luffy gets used. That like this moment of Uso meeting his father, I'm sure is really dramatic in the anime. It's really sad that he's like not spoken to his father for years, and his dad's mostly just like in on the mission. That he to the point where he says like, you know, my role as a captain is more pressing than me being your father. Like, if Shakti has to die, I will kill her. Like, we have to destroy everything. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter she was captured. It doesn't matter that you care about her. That is irrelevant to our duty. And it's just like, it's like, I'm sure that like resonates if we're like following Uso as a protagonist, but here it just feels like needlessly aggressive. And I think the emotion of disappointment and Uso's disappointment in his father and his like sense of duty are much more lost in the face of the shuffle of just like every character sort of like needing to have a little bit of time in the spotlight. The Shu and Masaki conversation feels significant, but like pretty stretched out. That Masaki is surprised that Shu is here, and like he's like, what are you up to? And Shu basically says, while he and Masaki maybe have some opposing ideals sometimes, and he's willing to fight Masaki after the war is over, that both of their enemies are Usus and the Angel Halo. And if both of them want to accomplish what they plan to do, obviously Masaki's is this, but Shu has implied a couple of different times, a couple of different ways, that he is doing something that allowing this travesty to continue would deeply interrupt that, and they should all work together to solve it. Now that we are finally on the battlefield, the V villains all do their little like one-liners. I guess the two of them do, surprised by how little forces are opposing them. And then the SRX team does their like pre-combining for the first time in OG's convo with each other about like each other, like that they're pulling each other into things, and like are they prepared to like face what the challenges lie ahead are. And Shu, Akira, and Bullet do basically the same thing. I like that Akira is here. I wish we like brought him up a little bit more during like the rest of the story, because he is also psychic. But just that everyone's like, be prepared, keep your emotions in check. Are you like ready to fight? You know, all those kind of plosives. And then Maria is doing the same. She is like using the same chants, or like using the same rhetoric we saw her use the first time the Angel Halo was fired. So theoretically, they're trying to charge up a second attack, but obviously our interference has stopped things. Yeah, and then all of our psychic people are reacting pretty strongly to like the forced interference. Is it? I feel like we're supposed to get a conversation from Shirakawa soon. Or maybe that happened already. Okay, maybe that happened already. Okay, what are we bringing? Gunbuster, yes. Combattler, yes. Voltace, yes. Daitarn, no. Sizzler Black, maybe. Giant Robo, maybe. I think let's plug the Giant Robo in for now. We don't need healing support. I would like at least one resupply support. Oh, we also want the Don Cougar for damage. Okay, let's not take the Giant Robo. Let's not take the Giant Robo, because I want to take the Bilbine. There's so many force deployeds again. We would use a good chunk of them. We wouldn't use probably all of them. So we're not taking Max, but that's okay. Who? I don't even remember who has resupply at this point. Isn't it a Briger? Have we not been leveling up the Brigers at all? I guess it's been a minute since we've like used any of the resuppliers. Okay. That took a second, but I found the Briger. I'm also really sad that that the Super Gundam kind of fell off from our use list, but that's fine. Let's just take this Briger, and I think that should be good. Okay. Okay, so is this now or is this later? I think this is later. Oh, this is later. Oh, it's supposed to be Sima. I was trying to figure out who was in the translation. It's Sima Garu. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so the non-victory Gundam pilots sort of expected this. They figured, given what they had seen out of the team, that like out of the hero team, that we would have some countermeasures for what's going on here, and that they didn't really think this was going to like keep working. So I guess Shirakawa firing the Angel Halo sort of expected to like draw out the like our squad. I don't know what word to call us because we're not technically just Londo Bell. There's a lot more of us than that. Okay, there's so many named characters on the battlefield. I wonder how many of them we're going to get to fight. Obviously, these are like the auto drones. That's like such a big plot point in Wing Gundam. And then we finish up with Uso and Hiro swearing that they are going to get their respective people back. Because Relina's also in there, theoretically. I wonder what the Zero system does in this game. 10 points in this game would be heckin' wild. Okay, we got the V2 Gundam then, too. Level 42, level 45. I'm glad these two got... Oh, no. Garrod. We weren't necessarily going to use him, but we were going to try and use Isamu because he does have double movement. I'm assuming he will probably be close behind once we give him a level or two. Basically, those two don't have aces yet, or show. Okay, right. You have... Yes, okay, you do have resupply. I wanted to make sure. I don't know why that never sticks for me. I think because they're still so, like, both and. Oh, you can't move. That's interesting. Oh, I guess y'all can't move because they're making the field. Okay. That's fine. Then let's just... Oh, wait, sorry. So let's get everyone up, but we need to look at our stuff first. Okay, we have a somewhat ambiguous scenario objective. So what we are asked to get an ally to the center of the Angel Halo, but before Ryusei reaches his limit. They're just not clear about what his limit is. Maybe it's just like him being knocked out. But we're going to get there in as quick of a hurry as we can. We do theoretically want to get Uso or Hiro there most, I would assume, considering the conversations that they had. But we can burn that bridge when we get to it. But we fail if Uso, Hiro, or Ryusei die, or if the mothership dies. All right. Are there any other expert points? Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. That's why. It's Uso and Hiro getting to the objective point gives us getting them to the arrive point gives us an expert point. And then this hasn't happened yet, but once Shirakawa... Oh, no, Shirakawa was here on the Jupiterus. I was expecting to see the O, and I was like, well, the O's not here. Yes, that's not true, but Shirakawa is on the Jupiterus. But shooting down Shirakawa will also give us an expert point. I do appreciate that in something I'm coming to appreciate in this game is that the low movement of supers is usually such a non-issue, but here it does feel a lot more like a penalty. Annoying that we can cycle through those. Okay. So here's an interesting fun thing. Isamu could theoretically get somewhere now. Okay, this is 9. I don't remember what. I assume the jet form is the fastest. Yeah, okay. So this is 9, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's like actively pretty close to seeing combat. How good is your mobility? 140 and 272 does feel really good. We can just compare against Joe. Oh, okay. He's got 60 points. That's 272 and 205 for... We know he's got 0% chance to get hit. Okay, so Isamu is like 60 short. I don't know how much we want to rush in with a focus on. But let's show off what double move looks like. It's very straightforward. We end our turn, and then they're still lit up. But I think this is the first time that's happened on the channel, so that's exciting. I guess we could try and have him face the Tauruses a little bit more. I don't think we're going to use him a lot. So let's put the focus on and then, like, pop him over here. And if this draws fire, so be it. But I think he's going to roughly be out of range. Hard to know, hard to tell. I guess we should have scanned it. Okay. So we're going to have a lot of information happening during enemy phase. So let me get back to where my notes are for this. So the Angel Halo is prepping to fire again, but they are finding that the force of the T-Link is overwhelming them. Oh, I was wondering who Chico was. I had a list of characters. I've been trying to collect the art. I was wondering who Chico was. I did not realize that Shu had a pet bird. Very good. I guess she functions like the Shiro and Kuro for him. That's so cute. Okay. Yeah, so Kagachi he seems to be motivated by his own devices. He wants to all the Gundam boys like resolve together to get everybody back some more. And saving people's lives, who cares? Sorry, I'm a little flippant about it. We've resolved like 4 times already this mission. We're going to do it. I'm glad more people are involved. I'm glad they have like the backup of the team. Saying it so many times without us like getting to really act on it feels a little flat to me. But okay. So Kagachi seems like he is motivated independent of basically everybody else. That he wants there to be a new humanity. And this process is part of how that's going to happen. He goes to get Shakti to sort of force the issue a little bit more. She sees Uso in the V2 and knows that it's going to be fine, so she goes with. Not realizing she doesn't trust Kagachi, but does not understand what Kagachi is doing to be dangerous. So she goes, oh, right. Maria is from Victory. It's Shakti's mother. Because the two of them start praying for, like, peace and for safety, which is what causes the Angel Halo to work in the first place. So she's, like, inadvertently kind of helping cause the problem. But for the third time, what Kagachi wants is to, like, slough off the dregs of the old humanity. If it kills them, whatever. If they die mentally, whatever. But the Angel Halo can be a new arc to revivify humanity and, like, let them have a new birth. Like, that's what he wants. And he wants to be the doctor. He wants to be the man at the helm of that project. This seems similar to the White Star from OGs. I don't know if it is the same. Oh, gracious. Okay. That might be a problem. I don't know if it is the same or not, but it feels very similar. We're maybe getting some OGs spoilers ahead of time, but we'll see when we get there how these story bits stack up. Okay, that's gonna make it really hard to actually get into the middle. Though I guess the middle is between all of those bosses. Yeah, I hope we have some time. Glad we used our focus. Let's see what this looks like. We've not seen Isamu in a while, and I don't think we've seen the Tauruses in MA mode in a while, or if at all. They've set. Oh man, they've so much health for what I think of as like pretty fragile units. Yeah, so our extra turns are cool, but if we don't do damage, they don't really matter much. This is what I was afraid of. This is why I was like a little hesitant about using him, because like still untrained, 2 untrained turns are not worth a whole ton. I know we're in like the worst mode though, so maybe if we switch and we can still get 0% dodge in like Gear Walker or Batroid, we'll do better. But he was force deployed, so like better we test him through this than not use him at all. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't coming through the microphone. I feel like I tested really well. I should like mark my speakers. It's a problem every time. It also doesn't help. I think my ear is like popping some more, so it feels like the radio is coming, or like the speakers are coming in like way louder than they used to. Okay. A critical. Oh, we did much less, right? Because they're further away. Okay. Great. There's a lot of potential for money and a lot of potential for parts from this map. Good job. We are. Oh no. Oh no. Good thing we're like going to a route split after this, such that we can have a smaller pool to sort of work with and like figure out what all of our like setups are going to be for now. Maria, not ready to give up because she thinks she is like trying to stop conflict, asks her followers to start like chanting hell and getting everyone on the battlefield to fear war instead of find peace. That way they are more apt to like want to run, because like running from the battlefield at least keeps them from fighting. It's a very Japanese idea. I think we see this a lot in like especially recent supernatural anime and manga, but generally supernatural series where you might have people who dedicate their entire lives to like cursing people into fear or into panic. The examples I can think of are Machina during the like first time she uses any abilities in Chainsaw Man, and the Untouchables, or like the Untouchable equivalent from Hunter x Hunter during the Succession War arc. That there's those like assassins who have one of the like prince's names in mind that like every day they spend hating them to like curse them to death. It's like obviously not exactly the same thing, but in the same way that like a lot of Japanese media sees like the earth as cleansing or healing, and spaces that have like polluted trees around them or like nature that's been injured also like directly causes the community around it to suffer. That there's a couple of these like cultural through lines that are taken as just part of how narrative writing works, that like every country does. It seems more apparent because I'm not like natively Japanese than like more American traditions. And this like the psychic belief to change people, particularly out of fear, feels very much in keeping with that. Okay. I know there was a lot of talking that was going on in the background, but that was still mostly saying roughly that the Angel Halo Pete team is going to make people fearful, and that our team is starting to experience said fear, not the least of which being Aya and Kusuha, that they are taking on a brunt of these feelings. And then Ryusei has decided that he can handle like most of the responsibility on his own. That oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. That he can handle most of the responsibility on his own, and asks everyone to like send him all of their energy, and also like rewire the T-Link system such that he can use it to like more directly. And he like kind of goes catatonic, but he's like subconscious. He's still there, but just like only subconsciously present. Okay. These battleships have an unknown amount of health, which does worry me a little bit, but I guess we can like face scan them with the YF9 with the YF-19. I guess let's do this. Let's see what they look like. We gotta clear these things out. I don't want to have these things on my back while I'm fighting the bosses. Plus, we want the morale. I'm just worried about our timeline. Okay, they do actually have question mark HP. That's unfortunate. Maybe this was not a good use of our time because he already doesn't do a lot of damage. We'll probably just bounce off the battleships. That's so much health. I can't remember if I said this or not. I was thinking it already. I think we should be prepared for this to be a two-parter also. Is that just how like every mission is going to be from now on? Probably not the route split ones. Usually route splits are shorter because they know you have like less developed of a team. Okay, I think that's not worth our while. I think the other ones should just go to, yeah, any of the Taurus. Okay, and then we can leave some of these for the supers. I guess we may as well hit the one that we have already chipped damage onto. Okay, nope. I was just complaining about this cursor again. I can't wait. I can't wait. I think rushing this map with spirits is not the play. I think we need to take this one slow and steady. Yo, the Wing Gundam out here doing damage. We can focus. And yeah, I guess we will just attack one that, even though we're spreading out damage, I think it's better than risking a 15% hit for Hero. That is also 43. Do you by chance have a flash? No, you do not. Unfortunate. Right, how are we looking accuracy-wise here? Good, that is ideal. Do you have a spirit? You do. Delicious. Get sorted. Yo, there's some damage. Oh, I meant to. Okay, that's fine. I thought that was part of the same one. I forgot. Then, yeah, like I'm most apt to burn spirits with the V's, and I just don't think that's worth it here. Well, I guess we're attacking this one now. On the other hand, though, is this a bit of a waste to do this? But should we maybe just try to clean up a Taurus for like the extra, like the jump morale? I don't think so. I don't think so. We might want to use a wall, though. The walls might be worth it. I could foresee us taking some hits. Okay, then let's keep working on the one that Sho just hit, because that was a bucket of damage. Maybe the wall isn't worth it. Hold on, we'll do one way, one the other way. We can heal that. Okay, yeah, we can heal that easy. You, on the other hand, I think because Aggressive Beast is just so good that we're going to force you up there now. Who do we not care about? I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to decide what's best for the Dunkugar. I want to keep the cash because we can get really clean kills. Especially if we're going to be like hitting battleships with it. We could have, oh man, we need one more. I guess let's do it. We're already here. We've not used any off of either of you. I like having two Awakens up if we need them. So maybe we just lose out on some fortunes. Again, at this point, like, what are we spending our money on? I think spending a Valor here, that seems like a waste to me. That seems overkill. I think we can probably just kill without it. And their accuracy is pretty rough, which is disappointing. We should consider adjusting that. I don't know what their parts are looking like, but that is something we maybe consider adjusting. Okay. I wonder how many reinforcements they're gonna be. It's I think I've been better about talking about the time. It's been almost an hour already, and we are barely taking our first like actual turn. Maybe this should have gone after the one that Show was on. Yeah, okay. I'm surprised. These battleships be tanky. Man, are we gonna die? No, okay, thank goodness. I was like really surprised how much damage they took one of the other times. Okay, you being here feels like turbo a liability. Let's see. Maybe we need to. Maybe that's what our money goes to. Maybe we invest into the avoid on the mobility on the Bluger. Yeah, because that's not bad. A focus takes us down to 21. We can then dodge to 10. She is also like deeply underleveled. I'm just thinking it'd be really nice to have her next to the Dankugar. But that can be a future. That could be a future problem or a future solve. I don't know why those would be different. I guess we focus and then just hope we don't have to get hit. Question mark. What is their range? Is it more than 7? It is not more than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I don't know why I was counting. We could just use it as a reference. Let's pop you back. Actually, hold on. How much move does the Dankugar have? It's not going to stay there. It's probably going to come over here for one of these. Maybe not. It might just use the laser. Right, because Shinobu has slightly better range. It's the same. Okay, never mind. 5, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can be on the top corner of the planet. Excellent. And you are also pretty useless at this point, so let's just leave you out. And we can bring him in to clean something up every once in a while to get some free levels. Okay, so now we have Shakti and Maria. Oh, no, sorry, no, just Shakti, who is still wishing for calm instead of for fear. And I think theoretically that moment is letting our team sort of break through. So Bullet connects with her and can like talk psychically to her. And he starts explaining what Dr. Kobayashi's... What is his name again? What is his name again? That he is not actually trying to do any good for humanity. And that what is happening here is definitely a lot more like false virtue, I guess. That like wishing for things to be better. I think the metaphor here, or the analogy here, is that these people are all wishing for things to be better rather than actually doing something to make it better. And then by extension, that is sort of like making everything worse off. That we are oh, Chu's gone. Okay, that's sad. That their wishing is actually hurting the world by what they are doing. And like it is a shonen and it is a video game, so like theoretically we like really deeply care about action. So I understand why they are proposing such an idea. Did we not? I think we did use a focus. They're just adjacent now, so yeah, cool. Cool game. Though I guess our potential kicked in, so it's fine. I don't remember which one is which. This is the Viate, is that what it's called? Is the other one Mercuria? The Mercurius. I remember they don't fit with the rest of the like Zodiac conventions. Yes. I wonder where that other red one went off to. What I think is the Mercurii. Oh, I didn't want to, that was the reverse one I wanted to do. That's fine. I guess we ran out of ammo already. These Macross units are so heckin' useless. I kind of loathe them. Maybe it's because I didn't make a lot of Macross choices, so we have like basically the unupgraded versions. Like maybe they would have more weapons if I had like actually picked the Macross route. Maybe that's the problem. But golly, can they just? Yeah, like this is wretched. Well, I guess we can have Isamu fly back and get resupplied this next turn. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop to you two. Okay. How many more story points? There are still a lot more. That's fine. I'm also seeing now that the center is maybe not between those four, but it's actually right in front of them. Yeah, where are y'all going? Get combattled. Oh, we need to remember to guard attack or guard counter. That's a shame how much they moved. Okay. I think we should still be fine. I'm kind of hoping with how the V2 works that if this gets destroyed, it just snaps off into the core fighter that's underneath it. I'm assuming this V2 can still do that, but I could be wrong. Oh, why does it get goggles? It's so funny. I'm really hoping that the rest of the team also shows up soon for combat. Now that Bullet's got like now that Bullet's the one doing everything, or not doing everything, but yes, okay. We have units to use now. That's great news. Yeah, where are they going? I guess they're like doing the right angle thing rather than going at it directly. Okay. You are 37, you are 35. This is going to be rough for you too, but I'm sure you'll be able to sort it out. Okay, how good are any of y'all right now? You've got a soul, right? You have a... Is this 10 morale to everybody on the map? If so, hold on. I apologize. No, that's Shiver. All enemies lose 10 morale, which is still very good, just not necessarily right now. Oh, good. Okay, you do have a resupply. Great. Nope. Nope. We also can't separate them. I guess we don't want to because we only get like a couple number of combinations. For anyone who's played this game before, does this forced combination of the SRX count towards the total number of combinations you're allowed to do? Or we can go up to 10. Does that matter? Do we have any post-movement range attacks we can perform? This is 1 to 3, so if we added 3 more, 1, 2, 3. Yes, we could punch one of the battleships, so that is theoretically worth it. You come... Oh. 1, 2... Was there a morale? Oh, there is a morale stipulation on that. My bad. Okay. You switch over to the Tiger. How does this do in space? Okay, it still has an A in space. I knew that it had some slightly different properties, but it's an A in the, it's a B in the air and a B in the water. Okay. you come here and y'all are healthy enough that if you take damage, that's probably just actively good for more morale. Get punch fought. Okay. How are we doing this now? You divide. How do y'all do in space? You have an A in space for some reason. No, I guess they do go to space. I guess that makes sense. Can we shoot one of the Tauruses? Yeah, we can just hit one of the Tauruses with basically no consequence. Easy, sick. No, we know they have 7 range. I don't know why I checked that. This is fine. Y'all come back together. Then we need Isamu to get resupplied. You do not have enough movement to do that in one, but that's okay. You come back here and do that. So we can change to the Batroid mode, go where Hiro or Uso are. I don't think Hit No Way exists in this game. We attacked with Hiro already. He didn't do it. No, I don't think Hit No Way exists. That's a shame. Okay. Because we kind of want to keep Hiro here so we can just keep doing this. So I guess let's move Uso. He was also kind of in danger last time. And we can still use the Wasu... The Wasp? The Wasupa? Oh, our chance to get hit is pretty rough. So here's a focus. It would kind of be great if you could be where Isamu was. I just need them to switch places. It's very funny. So you probably can't take this Taurus out. And I don't think it's far enough away from anybody to, like... Oh, actually, no, this is genuinely just safe. Never mind. Okay, that actually works perfectly. That's so clean. I was so wrong. Y'all come back together. Y'all want to get healed by the Voltase one. Though I guess we on one hand we could heal Isamu. On the other hand, because of his potential, his guts, we are kind of at a perfect point for him that he can dodge everything now. So maybe we just keep him there. You take this now. Oh, we guess we should have looked at that attack. That's fine. We'll have more chances, I'm sure. Incredible, 3 levels, easy. Isamu, you come back here. You attack. Do you have a spirit? You do. How much are we going to cash out with him? Like, probably not much. Do we just use a Valor now? Maybe we just use a Valor now. No, I said we should not be spending spirits early. We don't need to yet. We still have so many bosses that are left. Okay. Great. That is also worth a lot of money though. You come back here. I guess let's switch back to fighter mode because it has better mobility. You take this. Great. Okay, how healthy are either of these two? Still pretty healthy. Because we do want to give... Oh, is his name Garuda? Garudo? Is it supposed to be like a playoff of Garuda? Also, having picked... no, I guess we do have a map attack here. We can... Maybe this map attack can clean up some of these. No, we'll probably have all these dead. We'll probably have all these small fry dead before then. Then, yes, you are still fine to be here. If you spend... This will put you... If you spend the 100 here, this puts you to 7. We get 5 back. We have 12 movement. Or we've got 12 mobility. We've got 12 energy for movement next turn. That is still fine. Oh, we should also be using the cannon, because it does give us some accuracy. I think let's just fire here. Hopefully we take this out, and then next turn... Yeah, okay, great. That is 12,000, so our fortunes are giving us 12,000. Like, a 12,000 fortune is maybe worth it. I don't know. Then you should separate... you should crash the game. You come over here, repair the Voltace. Good. Then, we still have a healer somewhere if we need them. No, definitely not you. Yeah, I think all of your attacks are bad. We still got to check though. We can have Sho come over here and start aiming for the boss one. I think that's fine. Great. This also works out fine. Oh yeah, we want to move Uso anyway. I would think about this. We also want to move Uso to get to the Angel Halo. You separate. How does your Buster Machine do? I guess let's take this because it can't counterattack. That'll work. Not very much, but passable. Do you have a threshold at 110? You do. Though I would prefer to move, so I don't think it actually changes anything for us. Like, have you come down here? Yeah. Oh, but you do have spirits, though. You do have spirits. Okay. Then let's get one more kill. Then we are set with the Gunbuster. I don't think you are... You could kill... Okay, you could kill a Taurus. I think that's perhaps fine. I think that's a good use of your turn. Wonderful. Now the Gunbuster can come down here and absolutely wreck one of these two. Have a bullseye. You are level 52. I believe these are like 40s. Yeah. Okay. Then you attack here, and let's see what this looks like. Because we've not actually seen these units yet. I skipped the last time. Then we can have... I think we're gonna have one of the combattlers, or one of the V's go off to the side with Sho to fight one of the battleships. I wish they would stay and fight him. That would make things really easy for us. Okay. That is fine for next turn then. It's okay. We'll tank it up. You know what? Maybe we leave Sho on his own here. That's probably okay. And then maybe we send one of these two down. Yeah, I think we send these down to start dealing with more of the These blue and red boys. Okay, can you get a kill first? Actually, maybe, quite possibly, yes. I don't really want to spend you on the Taurus, but if you do get spent on the Taurus, then we have, that's enough, we get another kill to have the Voltace do something else. So, I think this is worth it to me. Yes, good. Then, I guess we didn't use the heal, that's fine. These are 12,800. Okay, this is 2,200 armor. This is 2,600. Okay, so those are more defensive. So we're taking out the blue boys first. Our accuracy is so bad, though. I guess because that has a +0 to hit, but it's fine. We've used, I think we've used none of the spirits on these two yet, so I think we're probably doing okay. I don't think a confusion's worth it this turn. I think we are going to be in the business of spending some confusions this map, though. Probably once we start encountering the actual bosses. Okay, that's a-okay. 2 people have not gone yet. Oh, the Godon, you can come down here. And yeah, you don't have a whole lot to do still. I think let's just have you use a focus. And oh, I mean, I guess you can chip here. That'll work. Contributions. Okay. By viewers like you. You can stop that. Yeah, nope, stop. Oh, are we not adjacent? Oh no, we are not. We are not. The Vitra or whatever it is. Oh, I thought the battleship was firing it too. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we shouldn't be. I'm being a dumb because those are on the Angel Halo. Like they're gonna regen those. Like that wasn't worth it. This, on the other hand, is. Let's look at the Dogoda again. I love these. These things are so cool. They made the sprite so dynamic. When I talked about my like art picks during the R art tier list, when I talked about like sprites being visually dynamic, this is exactly what I meant. It doesn't feel too busy. I can see the motion. I can see the motion. Golly, I really thought that she took less damage. Did we like take all of the defensive parts off of it for some reason? Or did it take that damage to put her into guns? Maybe we weren't in the potential range. Yo, okay, that's real good. There's no shot that Gunbuster is a glass cannon. I refuse to believe that. Or it could just be that we're facing boss. Maybe we're just facing boss levels of damage, so. This is the Don Kugar. So anything is worth it from here. We've not seen the Mercurius yet. You're gonna counter defend because you're already getting hit with 100%. So we may as well save ourselves. Oh, which we also just weren't doing with the Gunbuster. We also weren't doing that with the Gunbuster. That's probably why. Imagine the 1700s as 800s or as what? 8,500 or 850s. Yeah. Okay. Use all of your tools, Austin. Am I gonna even finish recording this tonight, I wonder? Ah, that's a shame. That is not ideal. But we will take it. Yes, still fine. We are punching through their eye fields. Though the crit probably helped. Where are you off to? Totally fine. You counter and defend. Okay. Do they have a wall? Maybe they have a wall. Okay. I mean, it's still output a ton of damage for us. Please, no more bosses moving in. Oh my word. I don't think we're getting on the Angel Halo this turn anyway. But okay, well I guess Sho wasn't gonna be on his own. Yes. Are you dead? No, okay. I do think we're gonna need to kill that first. Yeah, we definitely need to kill that first before we can get the Dankugar back to get resupplied. Okay. Also, I know that I saw that there was other. Okay, there was other objectives. It was once. It was once Bullet took over from Ryusei when he made contact with Shakti that it changed. Okay. Yes. So now it's not until Ryusei reaches his limit. It's just to get an ally to the center of the Angel Halo, and then if Uso, Hero, or a mothership is destroyed, then we're out. So we do have all the time we want basically to kill these now. I was really worried we had to like do that before we ran out of story stuff to do, and I was like, I'm seeing that the story stuff ends at like turn 2.5. We're gonna be in a bad way if that's all the time we have, but no, we are fine. Okay, do you? Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, you do attack with ammo instead. That's nice. Do we want to risk these attacks? I don't think so. I think they are just risks. No one is... Yeah, no one's in a good range for this. Okay, you come back here. Yes, that's fine. You come back together. We maybe will change our minds. We might chip these in a minute, but okay. Let's look at your spirit situation because this was a little dire. Oh, okay. Kazumi does have a wall. That's probably what we had up last time. I forgot about that. I guess, and you do have guts. Despite everything, we were still taking that with the guts up. Okay. So I think Noriko can use willpower and Kazumi can use wall. And then I think we're pretty good to just stay here. Oh, and we need to use a bullseye too. Okay, so maybe we do have some more. We maybe do have some more things we can put money into. Do these guys naturally heal? Oh, they do have HP regen. That's a shame. Okay. You do not, right? No, you do not. Okay, so we need to keep the pressure on with the Dogara. Maybe Sho comes back here, slices this battleship in twain. Then we can move the Don Cougar, or he doesn't actually kill it, I guess. That's fine. Then we can move the Don Cougar back, and then we can sort of go from there. Isamu, you can... Right, because we supplied you. That is kind of worth it. Can we get 4 kills before we get to that point? Let's see. These are all looking kind of juicy, but I don't know if we're going to get there. Okay, this one can go to Uso, because Uso is not really someone we want to be sending to a lot of combat. Yeah, like, that's pretty clean for Uso. You take a focus. I guess we also... Oh, right, yeah, we don't need to rush. We don't need to rush. We've got no time limit now. We can just leave him here. Oh, Haro got a Dawn. I was going to use the Fortunes, but I think we want to save the Dawns. So never mind. I was going to say we can give him some bonuses, but we are not going to bother now. Okay, 3 levels. Fantastic. How are these two looking? Okay, that is not nothing. Garado, I would love to have take the kill if we can. I don't know. Maybe let's wait on Hero. I think he has a lot of play that I don't want to waste. Okay, we can attack productively with the SRX, like here. Yeah, I think this is fine. See where this goes, and then maybe Isamu can even give himself his morale from this battleship to go fight the other one. There's a lot of possibilities with 2 turns. You can do a lot with 2 turns, even if you are not, like, really well trained. Oh, this is fun. I don't remember this from OG. Okay. And how much damage do we take? Let's see if that defense was a worthwhile investment. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're fine. Now, Isamu definitely can't do that on his own. Isamu can't do that on his own. But do we have Isamu tag it? Like, do we have Isamu tag it here and then leave the rest for his friend in the blue? Garudo. No, not that. He did about 1,000 last time. Yeah, I think that should be okay. Do you have any bonuses? That's a shame that you do not. But if anyone's going to take one of these, I think if we're going to make him relevant. Oh, we didn't use his his focus. That's a shame. Only 2 levels. Disappointment. Okay, that's fine. You're at 108 now. Okay, we could have Hero attack here with a... He'll focus again. Maybe he will not attack the boss one. Yeah. The Wing Gundam does feel worthwhile to train in this. Okay, let's try and take one of these out. That's fine. Then we can have the bullet Kusuha machine come down and punch one of these to death. We probably won't kill that either. I would just like them to get a kill so we can actually get, like, morale for them. Oh, the right dean is what needs the experience the most out of everybody. Okay. Then maybe we have the right dean do this if it can. He only has... Oh. The God Thunder is, like, kind of our only option. You don't happen to have an Excel, do you? No, you do not. Okay, then what if we leave the Raideen here and just, like, keep attacking this battleship so we can, like, get some chip, and then we defend if we need to live? Yeah, I think that'll be okay. How is L? Oh, she has a bullseye now. Okay, so we can like snipe a kill at the very end with her to give her some levels. Okay. Okay, so we could have Kusuha finish the battleship off. We could have Kusuha finish the battleship off, and that would give us some juicy morale. And then what are we gonna have Isamu do? I think saving Isamu for the battleship is a better play. Yeah, I also think doing anything short of having them get a kill is wasteful. Does the Ryuko have a better option? No, it takes forever to build up to. Okay, right. So we just like need to spend somebody's turn in a way that is not necessarily immediately productive. I think it probably should be the combattlers the most out of anybody's. I think it should be the combattlers the most out of anybody's because the Voltes could potentially team up with the Gunbuster to take out something down the bottom. We could bullseye this. I don't know how much that's worth it though, or we could just land it to begin with. Great. You're the healer. We're not actually hurt here, so that's a bit of a shame. We'll throw this off. It's free. These are not free. I know I love my solo challenges. I wonder how effective a solo challenge for the Voltes and the Combattler would be. Because you just like sort of have endless money sinks with being able to upgrade the small units too. Okay, do we want to spend 2 spirits to get up there? It's really tempting. 2 spirits and a bullseye. Okay, maybe we should be attacking. Hold on, maybe let's figure out the Gunbuster first, because this almost killed this last time. Not almost killed it, but it did some hardy damage. Yeah. Oh, we also had I forgot there was also a barrier involved to the Gunbuster surviving last time. This, on the other hand, I do think is like these things are valuable Valor targets. So I think let's go for it. I don't think we need to go whole hog. I think this 300 points of damage shy is going to be okay. We want... Oh, we could also... A lot of the bosses are moving. I think let's spend it. I think it's worth it. I think we might see some of the other bosses on the Angel Halo move this next turn. Okay, here's a Valor. Here's a Fortune. You're 51. You are 50. At this rate, a gain is also worthwhile. That did break up a Valor, though, which is a bit of a shame. We still have not spent a bullseye either. Golly, this is so expensive. Okay, the bullseye has to come from our second pilot. I think this is Ipe. I really got to learn these pilots' names at some point. Okay, I think... Let's turn this on. I think this is... I feel like we never get to see this attack. We always just use the... We always just, like, go for the big bombastic one. I think there's some amount of risk involved in this, but maybe not. We are at 130 morale. And then this should unlock Isamu to be able to make an attack to finish off that battleship to get the Donkugar to resupply. So that's back in business for next turn then. Is the Angel Halo from V? There's so much Victory Gundam stuff going on here. Is that a Victory Gundam concept that we're just attributing to Aya's dad? Or is this an OG concept? I feel like it's got to be an OG concept. Oh, we do. Okay, we almost didn't even do double that damage. Let me look at his. Is this Hyoma? What did we just use? Was it the Voltace? Was that Hyoma or was that? No, that was the Voltace. Okay. Cool. I don't know what that spirit is. 208. Okay, we're getting to show levels of damage. Okay, we're still not out of the woods yet. Right. So then the Combattler can come down and punch here. I think we just take a bullseye and call that one good. I do appreciate also that in this game, the Combattler and the Voltace do feel distinct, which is to say that the Combattler just has way better spirits, like by a pretty gigantic margin. Okay, perfect. We literally, that's really funny. I didn't realize we needed literally one. Oh, we also should separate with these two more. I kind of forget they can separate also on top of everything else, but like this is here. Right, like that's we may as well. I do not remember what bullet was at before that, but maybe landing a hit is enough of a is personality is landing a hit for him a personality trait. 1, 2, 3. Now you can kill here. We're going from 108 to 113. Yeah, so it's 5. Okay, that's great. Now Isamu should be capable of killing this battleship. Let's cash out on that. Let's spend a Valor, because we're kind of super banking on this working. How are the rest of our... We're still at a 0. Okay, we're still at 0 a chance to get hit. We did not show this off last time, so we should show this attack off now. And then the Donkugar can get back. Okay, that Valor was not necessary. That is fine. I wonder, yeah, like, we've just, like, the Macross units have been so thoroughly unexplored by us. I wonder how much they are being gimped in their, like, stats department because, or their range attack. The attack range because they are just otherwise so broken if in every, like every other way. I mean, sure, we may as well. I did not expect us to make that much progress onto this battleship this turn. Get resupplied. Thank goodness. That's 4 levels. And you're still an aggressive beast. Great. I think we don't bother whiffing that. We just call that a done. Okay. Yes, this is fine, right? Because we gave the Gunbuster a wall. This doesn't matter, so we're just going to block this because you're on the Angel Halo. You're just going to heal. Same, we need to concentrate on those with a whole team if we're going to get those done. I forgot there was another one of these things still sitting out there in the void of space. Unfortunate, but I bet this is really significant if you've watched V, but I have not, so you know, hold on, no, that one probably has some dialogue written out. Let me go see if I have that. Okay, that's quite a sentence. So if Lupe fights Uso, she tells him that she loves boys who are trying their hardest. That's great, love that. But Uso acts somewhat indignant. No, that's not right. That makes it sound like it's a bad thing. He is resistant to her advances, but that if he's gonna get purified by this Angel Halo, if he's gonna like be rendered into this like sort of mindless drone, like what good is he? And that like she seems to kind of be here because she like hopes that he'll have kids with her. But turning him into a child is not the way to do that. Okay. Let's show these guys off. That was definitely for the SRX. The SRX was not on the screen on the map there. It like... Oh, I guess because the... I guess because the attack was coming from... Okay, that's fine. Everything seems like it's going according to plan. Also, I am so happy. I need you all to know. I feel like I'm really locked in talking about the turns. I am so happy we finally had to plan stuff. Like, getting that figured out with Isamu was so satisfying. It's been so long. Holy cow. It's certainly not helped by the last time we played this game just like doing the same thing over and over again. It was very satisfying figuring out the boss kill for Singalog, but it just was it's a different kind of satisfying, you know? Right, because that was just like a lot of execution. This is very direct payoff and a lot of small choices. Where the Singalog thing was like a couple of big choices and like long-term payoff. It's like they're like the direct reverse of each other. There's still more. Okay, I think better we just go into this countering with defense because also we're at 137. Let's see if getting hit also just gives us morale. What a weird order these units are going into. Yes, getting hit does give us morale. So we probably want to just do that deliberately. Even getting hit on the barrier. Okay, the Humberbees are 2 hits. That's nice. Glad we finally figured out how the Gunbuster tanks. We will need to resupply it at some point. We can probably... Oh, you know what? No. This will be a good use for Aya's resupply. It's so far away from the action, and it's like really acting as like a pretty big stopgap for everything at this point, that moving out of position feels really rough. This is such a weird sprite for the Humperbee. I kind of love it. It like, I don't know, it's so small and weird and dynamic. I love every day my love for the alpha sprites grows more. Right, like I love the poses. They never give mechs poses like this. I guess because they don't have to as much more like in modern games now they don't have to because they are just gonna have them move around. But you just block. Then you... We are running out of energy quickly. You know what? Let's do it on purpose. Let's just burn our energy out so we can get it back immediately. Oh, this was overkill. Whoops, I did not see what was attack. I thought it was a boss. Hey, that's fine. Okay, that's Totally okay. And that, folks, is gonna do it for this week. I think we're gonna need to expect that every episode moving forward is gonna be a two-parter, or every scenario, I should say. Drum Crew definitely warned me that the end of Alpha gets pretty long, and I think that's what's happening. So thank you everyone so much for watching. The conclusion of this scenario is going to be available this time next Wednesday. We tackle this just hacking mess of bosses, and I'm pretty pleased with some of the plays we've needed to make. As always, if you are watching this video when it has released, I will be streaming the following day and Friday. Still here on YouTube, we're going to be finishing up some OGs scenario shenanigans. I'm really determined to get this New Game Plus series on New Game. I can't help it. We got one boss down. We need to get two more. If you know how OG's 2 works, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Then I get to get tortured by one of the stages that Gundam hates the most. So that should be fun. Come over and check that out. On Monday, we are returning to Iron Blooded Orphans for our book club. It's going to be season 2 this time, the first 5 episodes. So you can look forward to that. We can get back to some, hopefully, some more positive commentary. I do miss IBO. I think I was maybe too harsh on it at first. I've accepted maybe I was maybe too harsh. We'll see. We'll see. And we just played Shin Megami Tensei last Monday, so we're gonna be back to some more Fantasy Maiden Wars. And I'm entering it as a fresh YouTuber, a now converted Toho fan. I've now played 4 Toho games, so not to back to completion, mind you, but I I I guess the propaganda worked on me. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate you all being here and sticking with me through these longer, broken up episodes. I hope you're enjoying your time. I certainly know I'm enjoying mine. And if I don't see you live tomorrow, hopefully I'll see you in the Discord. Otherwise, I'll see you out in the stars.